Good morning, you guys. Welcome to another, well, I guess going to be the first episode of this brand new series in American Plains Money. As you guys can see, this is kind of a little shed that I currently live in. I'm kind of homeless. Well, technically I'm not, but I'm really poor. But I have a plan to get rich and own my own farm and become the richest person in APM. So if you guys are excited for this 10-part series, make sure to smash the like button and subscribe, and let's get into this first episode. So we have my rusty old truck right here. I used my last $500 I had in my bank account and bought this truck off Facebook Marketplace. But this thing runs like a complete beauty, like brand new. And I have an idea on some jobs we can do with this. So if we come over here to my friend's property, you can see that he owns one of these old lawnmowers that we can use and get some jobs done today. The goal is to make $500 so we can buy a special attachment for my truck and we could get it to start hauling bigger items so we can start making more money. But first we gotta make these 500 bucks. So let me hop in my old rusty bucket. Let me turn this thing on and let's make our way to the trailer store, because we're gonna go rent a trailer today, because I do not have a trailer, nor I have enough money to actually buy one, but I do have enough money to actually rent one. So we're gonna go rent it out so we can throw on the lawnmower and we can start cutting some grass down. But with this special attachment that I'm gonna try to buy, is gonna go on the back of my pickup, and then it's gonna give me the ability to haul bigger items and essentially make more money. So I'm really excited to get that thing done. Hopefully we can do that in today's video, because we do not have too much time. Once the sun sets, I cannot work anymore. But look at this, we have quite a selection today. Oh, let's see. All right, so we have this trailer. No, that's too big. Okay, this one's too big. Let me check this one, and this one's a little bit too big as well. But ooh, perfect. Yo, I think we found the perfect one. Okay, so let me get back in my truck and let's get it connected with this trailer. So there we go, and let me spin this thing around. Let me spin the block, carefully connect it. Oh, I missed it by a little bit. Okay, connect it, and there we go. We can now make our way back to, I guess, to my friend's property. I was about to say my home, but it's not my home. So we have got a stop sign, and let's put on our blinkers so we can start making our way back to the place. Alrighty, everyone, we are now back to the property. We're gonna pull into here. Let me just put on my blinkers just like so. And I don't think they work anywhere. Oh my goodness, that's how poor I am. But we're gonna pull this thing right around here. Actually, you know what, I think I can just go down here. Let me just turn on the lights. It is quite dark down here, so I'm gonna park right around here. Let me turn off this bad boy and let's throw down the ramps so we can get this thing unloaded on the trailer. All right, so let me carefully back up. I'm having trouble seeing, so I'm gonna turn on the light. All right, just like so, we're gonna throw this in park, turn off the lights, and we're gonna throw up the ramps back up, and let's get out of here so we can start cutting some grass. I have a couple houses in mind that we're gonna go through and cut their lawns for them, and then lastly we're gonna try to grab a big property so we can make the rest of our money. But look at the time, it is already 10 a.m. I literally just started the video and 2 hours have just flown by. Dude, that is freaking crazy. But I think the houses should be on the right side. Let's quickly check the map just to make sure. And okay, so I am correct, the houses are going to be on the right side. So let me quickly step on this because we are super short on time. Let's make a huge turn, and ooh, look at that truck. That truck looks super nice. Maybe when I'm rich or I have enough money, I'm gonna be able to get a brand new truck, or at least an upgrade. But look at that, I see the houses in the distance. Dude, I'm so excited. I'm super glad that they got grass on their front lawns and it hasn't been cut yet. So I'm gonna pull over to the side. We're gonna throw on our emergency lights and we're gonna get all of this unloaded. Let me turn this thing off because I do not have that much money for gas. So let's get this thing unloaded from here. Let me hop in and let's get this thing turned on. Mower on. All right, nice. So we can now get this thing to work. Let me just turn off the lights because I don't need them right now. And we're gonna cut the front of this house right here. I don't know if I'm gonna cut the backyard. Ooh, look at that, dude. This looks pretty satisfying. Look at that. Oh my goodness, I think this has got to be one of the most satisfying jobs in APM. Just cutting grass is pretty satisfying. Let me know in the comments if you guys agree or not. But we are almost done cutting this section of the grass. I think we just need like 2 more passes and we should be completely done with this house. All right, we are on the last section and boom, look at that, we are done cutting the front of this house. Look at this. Oh my goodness, holy moly, whack-a-mole. Look at the edges on this thing. It is super crispy. Ooh, should I cut that section right there? I don't know if I should cut this section right here. I think I should maybe just like trim it from the side. All right, you know what, I'm gonna quickly do that. I'm gonna go above and beyond of my work and I'm gonna cut the sides. Let me actually start from this side right here. I feel like that would be a little bit more easier. All right, let me turn on the mower. It should be on now, and then let's cut this section and boom, look at that. It is looking crispy. All right, so we got that house pretty much done. They're gonna send me the money in a few minutes, but for now we're gonna continue with this house right here. This one looks a little bit bigger, I think. Yeah, yeah, I think it is a bit bigger in the front yard. So enough of the yap. Let's get to work. I'm gonna turn this thing on. And is my mower on? Oh no, it's not. There we go. Let me turn this thing on, and then we should start cutting the grass on this side, and then we're gonna move and cut the other side as well. But let me, oh, I think there's a giant rock right here, and then let me make a turn, and boom. This is actually my first time cutting grass, so hopefully I am doing a good job, and I think that looks pretty good. Yeah, that's pretty nice. We do not want HOA to come and start screaming at the owners. So let me cut this section, and then let's turn right here, and we're almost done. I feel like it's a little bit crooked. I might have to fix it just a tad bit. So let me cut it from this side, and then okay, there we go. Hold on, I think I missed a piece right here, so let's get that off. Let's get it off. There we go. Look at that. We got this thing all squared up. Dude, I better get paid a lot of money. If not, I'm never gonna come back to these houses. But let's see, what time is it? Oh my goodness, it's already 1 p.m. Let's go. Let's get this thing loaded back on the back of the trailer. So let me do this just like so. Boop. And let me close this. All right, we got 2 more properties to go, and then I think we should be finished for the day. Let me just turn off my emergency lights, and the house that we gotta go cut should be passing the police station. I think that's where it's gonna be. Let's quickly check on our map, and okay, so it looks like it is going to be over there. I'm gonna kind of step on it because I want to get there on time. I don't want that homeowner to get mad at me. So let's put on the blinkers, and let's make a left turn right here. So I think this is going to be the main road that we have to take. Let me just quickly check, make sure there is no cars coming. And so far we've been paid over $300 plus tips, which is pretty good. We're actually very good on track to making the $500 we need for this special attachment. So we are here at the next property. I guess this is going to be our 3rd property. So let's pull over kind of into their driveway. Hopefully they do not get mad. I'm gonna put on the emergency lights, and let's get this thing unloaded. And look at this. We got a lot of grass to cut, so I'm gonna hop in and let's get this thing cutting. Oh my goodness, this is a lot of grass. But look at that, we can now see the path for their main door because that thing was covered with grass. It was very bad. A good thing they called me because we can now cut and mow their lawn. So we gotta cut this section right here, and we're gonna do a couple more of passes so we can get rid of all of this grass. They have a lot. Let me turn on the lights because I cannot see under here. It is super dark, and I do not want to miss any section because I don't want the homeowners to get mad. All right, so we're gonna cut this section right here. Let's trim the edges, make them sharp like brand new. We just need 1 more pass, and I think we should be pretty much finished with this house right here. All right, so we are done with that side of the house. I don't know if I should trim the edges. Should I trim the edges? You know what, let's do that. I'm gonna be nice. I want a tip, so let's trim the edges so they can look very sharp and new like so. And let me just turn off the mower, and let's take a look on how this thing is looking. Look at that. Alrighty everyone, I think we are now done with this job, so let's get out of here. We got 1 more that we gotta go to. This house only paid me $100, so our total budget should be about, let's see, $400. Oh my goodness, you guys, we are so close to hitting our $500 mark. But let's go and make our way to the last job, which is actually going to be right here. We are going to be cutting the grass for the police station. Yep, this is going to be quite a job. So let me pull over right here. Let me turn off the engine, and I'm going to keep the emergency lights on. So let's get this thing unloaded, and you guys know the drill. We're going to cut the entire front lawn of the police station. So let's begin on the other side because it is a little bit smaller, so it's going to be a little bit more easier. So let me get the mower back on, and let's start cutting the grass. Look at that. It's already looking 10 times sharper than it used to look, but oh my goodness, this is so satisfying. We can finally remove all this overgrown grass. Dude, this police station is gonna look so much better. So every time when someone passes, they're gonna see how nice it looks. But oh my goodness, I almost missed a spot right here. Let me get that removed. But we are still good on time. Surprisingly, I thought these jobs were gonna take a little bit longer, but thankfully they have not. We've been crushing these jobs, but we're almost done with this section right here. I think we gotta do 1 more pass and we should be good. Look at that, we are done with this side, and now we gotta do this gigantic section of the office. So I think I'm gonna do a quick time lapse. So in 3, 2, and 1. And would you take a look at that? We are now done with cutting the grass at the police station. Dude, this actually took a solid minute because I had to go under this tree and the brushes kept hitting my face. So hopefully I am not allergic, because if not, then you guys might see me in the hospital later today. But let's make our way back so we can start making our way back home. Oh, and by the way, I forgot to mention that job ended up paying us $300, which means we are now at $700. We ended ended up crushing our goal, and we're gonna have enough money so we can buy some gas and some food for the rest of the week. So it's good to know I'm gonna survive. But let's make a left turn right here, and we are now back home sweet home. Dude, I missed home so much. Even though my home is quite small, it is fairly small. Well, I guess very small. You know, it's still something. I'd rather live in here than be homeless. But yeah, things could be a little bit worse, but it's only up from here. But if you guys did enjoy this first episode, make sure to smash the like button and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys onto the next one. Peace. Good morning, everyone. It's the second day of becoming rich, and it looks like it's going to be another beautiful day, and we've got a lot of work to do because in the last video, which was yesterday, we managed to make our first $700 by cutting some grass with my friend's lawnmower, which I think he took it to work. I don't see it anywhere. So we still have our rusty old bucket right here. I cannot wait to upgrade this thing, but sadly, maybe in next video we are gonna have enough money. But if you guys are excited, make sure to smash that like button and subscribe, and let's begin. So in today's agenda is that we're gonna make our way to the trailer store because we have enough money to buy a trailer. We're gonna use all of our money to buy a trailer. Initially, I was going to buy an attachment. I think it's called like a fifth wheel attachment where you can connect like bigger semi trailers on top of like pickup trucks. But the thing is that this truck is pretty much almost done, and putting so much strain onto the engine is probably gonna break it within like an hour. So I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna wait till I buy a newer truck and then get that attachment. But for now, we're gonna buy this trailer because we're gonna be doing some super heavy jobs, and we're gonna be helping out a company. I think it's called APM seed, and we're gonna be helping them transport some of their pallets of seed. So we are here at the trailer store. Let me get this thing parked right around here. I'm gonna turn it off, and let's quickly check out the trailers and see which one we are going to buy today. So we have this huge one, which is kind of out of my budget. This one's over 10 grand. Yeah, this is over my budget. What the heck? Look at this, dude. This is not gonna be useful at all. This one's about like 300 bucks because it is used. It is pretty worn, but I'm not gonna be cutting grass. I am done with that. But next up, we have this trailer right here. This is, oh my goodness, this is also very expensive. It is out of my budget. It is currently over $10,000, which I do not have right now. But look at this. We have this pretty large trailer, or I guess it's a pretty fair in size to say the least. And although it is used, we can actually buy it for $700, which does mean we have to spend all of our money, but that is fine. It's going to pay off in today's episode. Our goal is to make $3,000. So let me get back in the truck and let's get this trailer connected to the rear of this pickup. So let me carefully do this just like so, and boom, we are now connected. Let's make our way to the company so we can start picking up some pallets and get this job done. But my wallet is completely empty. We are now back at $0, but trust me, each pallet we deliver is going to be $500. So the goal is to make $3,000, which I don't think is going to be too much of an issue in today's video. So let's make a left turn on this dirt road because I think the company should be right down here. Let me just quickly check my map just to make sure I am going the right way. And yeah, we're going the right way. Awesome. Let's see, where is this company? Is it this one? No. Oh, wait a minute. I think it's gonna be this one, APM seed. I think this is gonna be the company that we are going to be kind of like contracting for, if that makes any sense. But here is the warehouse. Let's pull this thing over, turn it off, and let's open up the door and let's see what kind of pallets we're gonna be able to take. Hopefully the pallets do not fall off my trailer because this thing is pretty open. Okay. Ooh, look at this. Look, 5, 1,000, 1,000. Dude, we can actually make $3,000. We have the perfect amount. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1K. We can actually make 4,000. Awesome. I think I'm gonna try to go for 3,000 because I don't know how much daylight we have. But let me actually hop in the forklift. Let me get this thing turned on and let's start loading up the trailer with these pallets. So let me get the first one connected. Wait a minute. Hold on. Let me lower the forks. There we go. Let's raise them a bit and let's get them loaded. Honestly, I should probably back the trailer into the warehouse because it's gonna be way easier, but this works fine as well. So let's raise this and let me carefully load the first pallet into here. Oh, I think this is gonna fit. Unload. Look at that, we got our first pallet. Not bad, not bad. All right, let's get our second pallet. Let me just lower my forks and let me carefully align myself so we can carefully grab this pallet and not break it. Let's get it loaded right next to this one right here. I'm gonna have to raise this a little bit more and let me quickly unload this. There we go. Hopefully that does not fall. I think that's gonna fall. That is going to 100% fall. But let me try to get one more pallet loaded up onto the trailer. But here we have our third pallet. Let's see how this is gonna work. I'm kind of nervous. I'm kind of afraid that these pallets are gonna end up falling. I'm really hoping they don't. But let me put this one right here. All right, and let's make our way to the farm so we can get these first 3 pallets delivered. So let me carefully leave the forklift parked right here, and we will be right back. But let me turn on this bad boy and let's turn around. Good thing the farm is not too far away. Actually, it's probably like 5 minutes away, but we still got those pallets on. I'm gonna drive super slow because I do not want any of these pallets to fall. So yeah, I'm gonna drive. I'm gonna take my sweet time. But if we do the math, then we have 500, 500, 500. We have about $1,500 right here, which is not bad at all. So let's make our turn right here. We're gonna make some good progress. I can just tell. All right, let's make a right turn onto this road just like so. And let's see, where should we drop these off? I'm not sure where I should drop them off. I think I should just leave them like right here. Yeah, I think I should do that. Hold on, let me throw this in park before I get out again. And oh, look, there's a forklift right here. All right, let's turn it on and let's get these pallets off the trailer. So I'm gonna see how I can wait, is there a ramps right here? Let me see. I want to see if there's ramps. Oh, there is, but I don't know if my forklift is gonna fit here. Let's see. Oh, look at that, it does work. All right, so let's load up the first pallet. Oh, hold on, I think I need to raise it a little bit. All right, let's load up the first pallet right here, and then we're gonna get back on the trailer, get the second one delivered. Oh, what's going on, you guys? So my pallet's kind of glitched and it is now under the trailer, so I'm gonna have to move up a little bit so we can remove that thing. All right, honestly, it does work in a little bit in my favor because now it's gonna be easier to pick this thing up. So let me raise the forks and boom, let's put it right next to this one right here so it can have a little companion. But we are on the last one of the pallets on this trailer, so let me get this one unloaded and we're gonna place it right next to these 2 right here. So let me click unload and boom, look at that, we got 3 pallets. That means we got paid $1,500 so far. And I'm gonna leave their forklift right here and we're gonna come back because we still gotta do, I think, 1 more or 2 more trips, I'm not sure. But let me hop in, turn this bad boy on, and let's make our way back to the APMC warehouse. Alrighty everyone, we are now back to the APM seed company. So let's pull into their driveway, and honestly I feel like I should just back up because that is going to be easier for us to load up these pallets onto our trailer. So let me carefully do that just like so, a little bit more, and boom, I think that is going to be perfect. Let's hop out, get in the forklift, and you guys know the drill. We're gonna start loading up this trailer with all these pallets. So let me grab this one, let me raise the forks, and let's place it right about here. Time to unload this bad boy, and look at that, we got our first pallet onto this thing. All right, let's continue with the second one. Lower the forks, and let's see, I'm gonna try to get 4 on here. I feel like if we get 4 pallets on here, we're gonna save so much time. Oh, I can't see. All right, let's unload it right next to this one. Oh, dude, did it just fall through? No way, it just fell through my trailer. I don't know what just happened. All right, pretend that didn't happen, you guys. Let's place it right here just like so, and let's grab 1 more because I don't think we can fit 2 more on here. One of them already glitched and is under the trailer. Let's continue with putting our third one right in the middle just like so, and we should be pretty much done with this one. We're gonna make probably 1 more trip and then we should be done. So let's pull this trailer, make sure everything is good, which seems to be holding up. But I think what really scares me is kind of like that little incline because there's a chance that these could slip off. But so far I think we're doing good on time. Let me see what time is it. Oh my goodness, you guys, it's already 4 p.m. Dude, we gotta hurry up. I'm gonna have to step on this a little bit more. The property is right here, so let's pull into this farm. I really love this property. It reminds me of the one I used to have. All right, so let me turn on my emergency lights, park it right here, and you guys know the drill. Let's throw down the ramps, get back in the forklift, and let me raise the forks because we gotta get the pallet connected. Come on. Oh, there we go, there we go. Let me unload and boom, I think we need 2 more pallets. Let's hope that these actually don't glitch. So let me lower these forks just like so, and I'm gonna place it right next to this one right here. So let's do this. Let me unload it and boom. All right, we got 1 more pallet on this trailer, so let me quickly grab this one and boom, look at that. I think we're doing really good progress right now. So these 2 are gonna be 1,000, 1,000, so 2,000, then 500 plus 500, it's going to be $3,000. We are missing, I think, $500 more, which I think we should be able to accomplish it with the last delivery. So let's make our way back to the APMC warehouse and I'll catch you guys over there. Alrighty everyone, we are now back to the APMC. So I'm not gonna pull in because the pallet is right there, but we are gonna park right here. Let's hop out, and you guys know the drill. We're gonna hop into our forklift, turn it on. This one's gonna go right here, and while we're we're at it, we're gonna go and get this last pallet delivered as well. So kind of drop these forks, and boom, we are now pretty much finished with picking up all the pallets from the warehouse, which means we can now park this thing right around here. We're gonna park it, and I should probably lower the forks. I do not want someone's eye to be getting poked out, but boom, park it, engine is off, and let's make our way to the farm so we can get this last delivery finished for today's day. But let's pull out of here. Let's make a turn carefully. Our pallets are still on the trailer, thankfully. As you guys can see, we are here at the last trip that we're gonna be taking, so let's quickly get this job done. I'm gonna quickly reverse this thing, and let me actually turn on the lights. And oh, hold on, I had to quickly open up the ramps. Boom, we got one, and we need one more, you guys, and we're gonna be done with this job. Yo, this job has been pretty exhausting, I'm not gonna lie, but I see an open space right here, so let's drop it off right on this corner next to every single one, and boom, shakalaka. I don't know what that means, but we are now done delivering all the pallets. Look at this, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7, and that is going to be $4,000 in our pockets. So let me actually pull up my ramps, and that is going to give us enough money for tomorrow, and it's going to help us get one step closer to becoming rich in APM, because remember, the goal is to become the richest player in APM, and trust me, I am going to do that. Alrighty everyone, we are now back at the house, or I guess my shed, but I'm gonna leave my trailer somewhere around here. I think I'm just gonna park it to the side. I don't think it should be too much of a disturbance, but let's get it disconnected, and we're gonna leave our pickup right next to the tree right there where we got it today. So let me carefully turn into here. I'm gonna reverse because I'm pretty good at this game. I think we are now officially done with today. Look at the sun. Look at the sun, you guys. Don't stare too long. And home sweet home. Yeah, it's not too much of a home. Hopefully tomorrow we can have enough money to buy our own small house or even a brand new car, which I'm not gonna tell you guys. But if you guys did enjoy this video, make sure to smash that like button and subscribe, and I'm gonna catch you guys on to the next one. Peace. Good morning everyone, welcome back to episode 3. So we left off by delivering pallets of seed, and we managed to make over $4,000. Now we're gonna use some of that money to buy a winch, because today we're gonna go and rescue barn find vehicles, fix them up, and sell them. We're gonna make so much money in today's episode. So let's make our way to the mechanic shop, because I kind of want to install a winch so we can get these barn find vehicles towed. But let me quickly connect to my trailer right here. We actually ended up buying this trailer, I believe, in the last episode as well. So we've been making a lot of progress. Now the goal is to transform all of these vehicles back to brand new, fix them up, and then sell them for a profit, because the goal is to buy a brand new truck before the afternoon falls. So let's make our way to the first barn find, which is actually not far from where we actually live. The barn should be right down here. Let's see. I'm gonna try to keep my eyes peeled, because I did remember seeing one around here. Oh, wait a minute, I think it's this one. Oh my goodness, that was actually pretty fast, and it's super dark down here. All right, so this is gonna be the first truck that we are going to be towing and fixing up. So let me load up, let me kind of turn around and kind of get as close as possible as I can to the truck, which I think that is going to be good. So, oh wait, hold on, let me turn this thing off. I do not have that much gas money, so let's do that. Let's unload the ramps just like so, and let's see if this thing turns on. It should, because this thing looks way newer than my truck. Look at this compared to my truck. Yo, this old rinky dinky can. So let me try to see if this thing works. Come on, it's now. Oh, I think it's running. Yeah, I think it's running. Hold on. Yes, let's go. We don't need the tow strap. I know I was supposed to go to the mechanic shop first, but I mean, if it works, then I'm not gonna complain. But let's park it right here. Let me put on the straps, make sure this thing does not fall off the trailer, and let's throw up the ramps, and we are now ready to make our way to the mechanic shop so we can get this truck repaired, sold, and make our first couple $1,000. I think I'm gonna try to sell this truck for probably like $2,000, but let me turn off my lights. There we go. Oh, I forgot to mention, if you guys are excited, make sure to smash that like button and subscribe, and let's continue with the video. So let's make a right turn right here. I'm kind of not paying attention because I continue to yap, but we managed to make that turn, and oh, look at the water. I kind of want to jump in. I cannot wait for spring break. We're gonna go on the biggest camping trip. That's why I gotta get rich. I gotta make a lot of freaking money, but this money that we're gonna be using after we sell all of these trucks is going to be a huge step to buying us the truck that I actually really want. But let's pull into this garage right here. Let me jump in, and I think the first thing I'm gonna do is install the winch. I don't know. Oh, ouch. I don't know if I should do the winch, because I feel like all of the trucks are gonna work, because these things are bulletproof. I'm not gonna lie, these things are bulletproof. But let's get the truck loaded off, and oh, I kind of forgot to set up the ramps. Whoops, my bad. Don't worry, we're gonna fix this right now. So let's quickly fix up this one really fast so we can get it sold, because we still have 2 more cars that we have to fix up. Well, find and then fix up, but I'm thinking about removing the rust, and then should we do do like a black, white. Ooh, a white's pretty clean. What about a blue? We should do like a bluish color like this. Look at that. All right, let's add some reflectance to this thing. Oh my goodness, dude, this truck is turning out to look so incredibly good. But let's do that, and boom, we are almost finished. We just gotta fix up the wheels, and honestly, we can add some power. Let's add some power, and then another turbocharger. We're gonna make this super fast. And now for the paint, oh, the wheels gotta go like this. Remove the rust, and we just gotta adjust this, and then we're just gonna add a lot of reflectance, just like so. And look at that. Look at the truck. Let's pull it out into the sun, and oh my goodness, you guys, look at this puppy. Holy moly guacamole. Guys, did I cook with this car? Look at this. Holy, oh, wait, can this open? This is sick, dude. I kind of want to keep this, not gonna lie, but we're gonna sell this to the shop. Actually, let me actually go around the building right around here, and we're gonna park it right at the front office because we are going to sell it to them. So I'm gonna quickly run into the store after I get this thing parked up and see how much they're gonna offer me for that beauty. So let's open up this up, and hello, good sir. How much? Okay, yeah, that's good. That's really good. Okay, so he said he's willing to give me 3.2k, which is about like 3,200 bucks, which is not a bad deal. But let's go through here. Honestly, I should have just gone through the office. Yeah, I should have just gone through the office. There's a door right there, but let me close this back up. Not bad. $7,200. Let's go, dude. We're making progress. We're making a lot of progress right now. But let me carefully pull it out of here, and we're gonna make our way to the second location now. If we open up our treasure map, it should be right on this property right here. So let's make our way over there, and let's get the second vehicle. I'm not sure if it's gonna be a truck or just a car, but we're gonna get that thing restored and sold. I'm super hyped, dude. Things are starting to come together, and I don't know if I mentioned it. The reason I want to buy this truck is that with this truck, I'm gonna be able to buy an attachment called a fifth wheel attachment, and then we can start connecting like huge semi trailers to it, and we can start doing like really expensive jobs that are going to pay us very, very handsomely. But let's make a left turn right here, and we have the property right up ahead. Look at this. This is pretty sick, you guys. So let's pull in, and where is this truck? Where is this vintage old rusty truck? I know. I should not be talking about a rusty truck because look at mine. But yeah, I don't see it. I think it might be right here. No, is it in here? No, this barn is completely empty. That's odd. Wait, what is that? Is that? Oh my goodness, I think we found it. Dude, this thing is super hitting. Holy moly, and it's super beat up. So let me hop in the truck and let's get this thing started. I'm actually very surprised this thing works because it's supposed to be old and rusty. How is this thing working? I mean, it just proves my point on what I said, that these trucks are bulletproof. They will run forever. But let me put up the ramps before we get it loaded up on the trailer. Turn this bad boy on, and let's carefully do this. Oh, kind of stuck right there, and boom, look at that. Uh-oh, I'm kind of a little bit to the side. Hopefully we do not fall. Yeah, this thing is super wide, but let me put up the straps, connect it down onto the trailer, and boom, look at that. Yo, this truck is pretty large. Look, it barely fits on this thing. But let's turn on this bad boy, and let's see if we can make it back to the mechanic shop because this is quite the load, and I'm gonna be pushing and straining my engine. So let's hope that this does not break down. Alrighty, everyone, we are back on the main road. Let me just make sure the road is clear so we can make a turn right here. And I actually haven't checked the time, and oh my goodness, it's already 3 p.m. Let's go, dude. We have like 2 to 3 hours of daylight time, dude. We gotta stop fooling around. Not that we have we? I don't think so. We've been doing these jobs pretty fast, and I think to make this a little bit more easier, I'm gonna turn around and back into this thing. So let me carefully do this back into the garage, and oh yeah, I gotta open it, bruh. I gotta open this thing, you guys. Open that. Let's just get this thing off. Meanwhile, it's right here. Hopefully this thing does not roll off because my truck is currently not parked. But let me turn that thing on, and boom, we are in the mechanic shop. Let's get this thing restored. You guys know the drill. We're gonna remove the paint. Let's see. Well, not the paint, the rust. That's what I meant. And then we're gonna do, oh, we can do like a little like velvet color. Oh yeah, we're cooking, you guys. Let me actually add some reflectance. Holy moly. Now let's do the wheels, remove rust, add reflectance. Look at this. Oh, I forgot. Let's add 25% extra power and another turbocharger, and that is going to be it for this truck right here. So let's take it to the front with these guys and see how much we can get for this beauty right here. Look at this. So let's get this thing parked right next to this blue one right here. I don't know if it's gonna fit in the parking lot. Is this gonna fit in the parking lot? Okay, I think that is going to be good. Let me just turn this off, and boom, we actually managed to park in and fit in the parking lot. Not bad. Let's see how much we can get for this beauty right here. It is kind of like an older model than this one, so we're probably gonna get less money, but let's see how much we get. Hello, good sir. How much would you give me for that beauty right there? 2,000. Sure. All right, so it looks like we just got 2,000 bucks from that trick right there, which is pretty nice. It's not bad for sure, but let's get out of here. We're gonna go to the office right there, and that is going to bring us to, how much are we at right now? I'm not sure, but there should be a counter right at the top right corner, so you guys should know how much we are up by now. But based on the math I have done in my head, I believe we should be at $9,200, which we are so close to hitting over $10,000, which is going to be over my budget, which is a good thing, honestly, because that just means we can spend more money on the business and get rich faster. But let's go through this intersection right here, because we have the last job right down this side of the town, and we only have 1 hour. Let's go. I have to step on it. We have 1 hour of daylights. All right, intersection. Let's make a fast turn. There we go. Come on, step on this faster. Yo, listen, I'm stepping on the gas all the way down, and this thing does not want to move. So let's make a right turn, and we are here on the property. Let's see where this old rusty bucket is so we can restore it and make some more money. But I think it's gonna be that one right there under kind of that little what is that, like a little tent? I don't know what that thing is called, but let me jump back, turn that off, and 360. Oh, I seriously left the ramps on. Oh my goodness, no wonder I was driving so slow. But let me see if this thing turns on. Come on, it's not turning on. All right, what if we do this, step on the gas and turn on? Yes, that worked. Let's go. All right, let's get this thing loaded up on the trailer. I gotta make sure I am aligned. Oh, I was super crooked, but now we are on the trailer. Turn this thing off, and let's put on the straps, pull up the ramps. All right, make sure everything is safe and secure. All right, let's go. Let's make our way back to the mechanic shop. Let's see where the sun is now. Oh my goodness, yeah, this thing does not have any mercy for us. But let's make a left turn right here, like so, and we get to go on this little downhill. Whee! Oh wait, we have an intersection. Break. Oh my goodness, dude, that could have been so bad because the police station is right down there. I could have got a ticket. That would have been easily like a $500 or $1,000 fine. All right, so we have the mechanic shop right around the corner. And is this seriously gonna start raining right now? Are you serious right now? All right, let me turn on the lights because it's gonna start raining right now. I did not expect it to start raining today. I checked my weather app and it didn't say it was gonna rain today. But let's open this up. We're gonna pull all the way in because it is pouring outside. It is pouring, but let's go in here. Oh, I forgot to close that side of the mechanic shop. Whoops. And let's get this thing unloaded from the ramps. But let me just quickly close this. Boop, pull down the ramps, and let's get this thing restored. All right, let's see, what should we go for? Maybe like a blue? No, but we already did blue. What about like a greenish? Dark green? Oh yeah, we're gonna cook with dark green. Add some reflectants, clean up the wheels, and then once we have done that, we can finally add some reflectants, and boom. Actually, the engine, I forgot the engine. Oops. Add some superchargers and 25% extra power. And look at this beauty right here. This thing is looking gorgeous. Well, let's get this thing to the front of the mechanic shop and let's see how much they can offer us for these cars. I guess this truck specifically. So let's go inside. I'm kind of getting wet because it's super pouring outside right now. Hopefully it does not start snowing. But let's talk to Mr. Sir and see how much he can give us for that beauty right there. Let's see how much. 25. Okay, that's pretty solid. All right, so he said he's willing to give me $2,500 for this truck right here, which is not bad, but that should bring us to $12,700. Correct me if I'm wrong. If not, then the correct number should be right here, but we are over $11,000 for sure. But let's get out of here. Let's go back in our truck and let's make our way to the dealership so we can buy this truck. Alrighty, everyone, we are at the dealership. We're gonna go and see our brand new truck that we have just bought. It's kind of like used. It does have like 50 or 60,000 miles, which is, I mean, it's not bad. We're gonna get rid of this and we're gonna sell this thing for like $800. Nothing too crazy. But if we go inside, this is going to be our brand new truck that we managed to pick up for $11,000. Look at this beauty. This thing is fully loaded. It used to be someone else's work truck, so it's kind of beat, but dude, it's definitely an upgrade. But let's get into this thing. Let's see how this beauty runs. Let me turn it on. All right, before we do head out, let me just turn on my headlights. There we go. Oh my goodness, look at these lights right here at the top. Look, this thing runs like a beauty. Yo, this is fast. Look at this. I step on it. Holy moly, dude, this is such an upgrade. Let's go. Dude, I am so hyped and happy that we managed to buy this truck. But let's quickly make our way to the shop because we are going to install the fifth wheel attachment onto this thing. So let's get this opened up. Dude, it is pouring outside. And let's get this thing installed. So we're gonna remove this one and attach the fifth wheel attachment. Look at that. And that means we can now do bigger jobs that will pay us double. But if you guys are excited, make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys tomorrow. What everyone, welcome back to another episode of Going From Rags to Riches. Right now we currently have like $1,000. I'm not sure how much we exactly have in our pocket because some of it is in my bank account, but total quantity should be on the top right corner. But today we're gonna be using our brand new truck that we bought in the last video to work, and we're gonna be doing some huge jobs. So if you guys are excited, make sure to smash that like button and subscribe, and let's get into it because we do not have too much time today. I don't know how much time each job is going to take, and I don't want to be taking too long for each one of them. So let's start making our way to the first job, which is gonna be, I think it's gonna be located at the gas station. So let me quickly check my map, and yeah, okay, so this is gonna be the place we gotta head to right now. So each each of these jobs should be paying me over $5,000. So this is definitely going to be an upgrade of a job, and we're gonna be making quite the money. But we got our fifth wheel attached to our pickup. We also did that in the last video. So I'm gonna get this thing parked. I'm gonna open up my tailgate. Let me open that, and let's see if we can connect this thing to this gigantic trailer filled with lumber. Let's see if we can do this on the first try. And oh, there we go. It's connected. No way, dude. This is a really tight fit. Oh my goodness. Hopefully my truck can handle it, but it looks like it is. It's not having too much of a strain on my engine. Dude, I can still speed. All right, never mind. This is actually pretty easy. I'm not gonna lie. But we only have 6 hours to accomplish this job because the sun, it's already 9 p.m. So yeah, we have about like 5 hours now to accomplish this, because that is the time limit that these people want me to deliver their stuff. So let's begin with the first one. And this trailer is gonna go to the lumber store or the warehouse. I don't know what it's exactly called, but I do know it's literally down the road and gonna be located right here. I'm not sure if you guys can see it, but we're gonna go to that building right now. That's gonna be the first stop we're gonna be making. And then once we are finished with this job, we're gonna be delivering some hay. So all of these jobs are brand new to me because I've actually never done them. You guys know I literally come from poverty. I come from $0, but we've been making more money and more money with every single episode. So I hope you guys have been catching up with all of them. But it looks like we are now back in the city. Let me actually turn on my blinkers because we're gonna make a left turn in this intersection. And okay, the road is clear, so let's make this turn right here, and then we're gonna make a right turn right into this road right here. It looks like our lumber is still intact, which is a good sign. And oh, it says APM. Yeah, I don't know what this building really is. It looks really huge, but let's go in here. We're gonna get this thing dropped off. I'm gonna park this thing right here, just like so. And let me just make sure everything. Oh, whoa, can I go up there? Look at that. There's like a little space up there. Oh, that looks pretty sick. All right, so let me see if anyone's home. Hello. Okay, so it looks like they are currently closed. So what I'm going to do is I'm gonna disconnect the trailer, and then I'm gonna move my truck out of the way so then we can close up our tailgate. And look at that, our first job is now successful. Let's see how much we are up now. We should be up now by like $6,000, which is a lot of money just for that little delivery. So let's make our way to the second spot, which is gonna be you guys, where is it? Oh, I think it's gonna be right here. It's gonna be more of a rescue because this guy's truck ended up breaking down while doing this delivery. He must have been driving a Ford. Wait a minute, is this a Ford as well? Bruh. Alright, so let's make our way over there. There is so many trees. I swear, on my mama, they always add more trees. Every time when I play this game, I just see more and more trees. But we gotta make a left turn on this intersection, and it's clear, so let's make this turn. But we have been putting this fifth wheel attachment to work. I think the next upgrade is gonna try to get a semi. I think that might be the next mission, is to get a semi so we can start getting paid even more money. But I do not see where this truck is. Yeah, I don't know where this truck is at all. But so far we're still doing good on time. It's been like 2 hours. It's about to be 11 a.m. and oh my goodness, we just found it. No way, we just found it. Let me turn on my emergency light on. Look at this. This thing is smoking. We're gonna pull right in front of here. So I'm gonna pull right here, and oh my goodness, what is this? A GMC? It's probably a GMC. So I'm gonna get this thing disconnected from the trailer. So disconnect that, and let's get this truck out of the way. I'm not gonna turn it on. I'm just gonna roll it because the engine is not working. But there we go. We got that thing rolling down in neutral, and let's kick up the tailgate. And we gotta get this thing connected. So let me jump in my beautiful and powerful truck, and let's get this thing connected. So oh wait, I gotta open up my tailgate. I gotta do that before I damage my truck. So let me open up my tailgate, and let's quickly connect this just like so, and we are now connected. Let's go. All right, I just gotta close up my tailgate because it's kind of like a little pet peeve when this thing is open. So let's open, well, not open, let's kick this up and then let's get out of here. So let me turn off my emergency lights because it's no longer an emergency. Hopefully that guy can get a tow truck and get it out of the way before the night falls, because if someone comes at night and drives and doesn't see that truck, they're gonna end up wrecking that thing. So yeah, it's not gonna be a good and beautiful sight. So let's step on it. And I really love the interior of this thing. It looks so nice. And oh my goodness, I'm gonna crash. Oh my goodness. Oh no, my hay bales. Oh my goodness. Oh, this is so bad. This is so bad. Some of these hay bales fell into the water. Where are they? All right, so let me quickly push these hay bales back in the trailer, and there you go. They're back on. All right, let's get out of here. Let's get out of here. All right, let me turn this on, and we are now out of that freaking pond. And oh my goodness, you guys, that was really bad. Dude, do not drive distracted because that's what happens. But let's get this thing delivered at the second spot. It's actually probably gonna be right near the building where we just went right now. So let's make our way over there and get these hay bales delivered because the sun is going up pretty fast. It looks like it's already 1 p.m. Oh my goodness, you guys. We got like 4 or 5 hours of daylight time. So let's step on it. Let's see if we can hit 100. 97, 98. Come on, we'll hit 100. Let's go. We hit 100 miles per hour. Yeah, don't speed, you guys. But let's make a left turn right here on this intersection, just like so. And we're gonna get this thing unloaded right next to these hay bales right here. So let's make a turn right here. We're gonna pull it into the grass, and we're gonna get this thing parked right next to these hay bales. So I think that is gonna be actually, you know what, let me just adjust myself and make sure I am straight. All right, I think that is gonna be good. So let me get this thing parked up, hold down the trailer, I mean the tailgate, oh my goodness, and then disconnect this bad boy. All right, let's get this truck out of the way, just like so. And before we actually head to our last location, we gotta kick up the tailgate. So oh no, my truck is not parked. Oh wait, it was. Why was it moving then? Huh. But let's get out of here. Let's make our way to the last location. It's gonna be at a farm, I think right down the left side of town. And so far we got paid over $4,000 for that job right there. So we should be up by, I think, over like $10,000. Like I said, the counter should be right on the top right corner. I'm not sure how much it's currently at. You guys know how much money we got in our bank account. But let's step on it. Let's make our way to the last location because we're gonna be picking up cows. Yep, you guys heard me right. We are gonna be picking up cows. I am super excited that we're gonna be picking up my siblings. So let's make a left turn right here, just like so. And ooh, dude, they just added these trees. I swear on my mama, they just added these trees. Looks nice though. But where is it? Oh, look at that. There's a cow right there. We gotta say hi to the cow. But before we do, we're gonna hop out and oh wait, hold on. Open up the tailgate and then oh, hi, Mr. Cows. No way, we're gonna take these. Look at that. That thing is completely filled with cows. Okay, you know what? Let me go say hi to them. I gotta go say hi to them. But I don't want them to escape, so let's close that back. And oh my goodness, hi, Mr. Cow. Hi, Mr. Cow. What are you drinking, bro? That water is dirty. All right, never mind. I'm out of here. All right, let's kick up our tailgate. Oh wait, no, dude, what am I doing? I gotta have that open. And then we're gonna back up and we're gonna try to get this thing connected to our pickup. So let's see if this thing. Oh, that was actually fast. That was really fast. All right, let's get out of here. Let's go and get these cows delivered. And this job is actually gonna pay me $9,000. So yeah, we're gonna make a lot of money out of this job right here. But I think the location that I think the place that we're gonna go right now is not too far. I think it's literally right down the road. So this is gonna be a super easy job right now. So let me check my phone just to make sure that we are going the right way. Okay, so this is gonna be the address. Wait a minute, I live right there. What the heck? It's gonna be right here on this property, bruh. All right, so let's turn right here, and I guess we're gonna pull into this property right here and get these cows delivered. I did not know they were gonna get dropped off right here, but let's pull in and I'm gonna get this thing turned around. So I'm probably gonna turn right here and then I'm gonna start backing these cows up into kind of the little farm we got going on right here. So let me carefully do this. Back this up, back this up, back this up. And are we close? No, we are not close at all. Hold on, I gotta open up this gate as well. All right, let's open up the gate. Open sesame. And oh, we are a little bit too much to the right side. Alrighty, let me get back in my truck so we can get this thing adjusted and drop these cows off so we can finish up the day because right now, what time is it? Oh my goodness, it's already 4 p.m. We got like less than 2 hours. All right, so let me quickly adjust myself so we can back into the pen. Am I straight? No, I am so crooked right now. A little bit more and we are docked. So let me hop out and let's open up the gate for these cows. Can I climb this? Oh, I can. All right, so let me open up this. All right, cows, come on. You're back with your home. All right, let's get these cows unloaded from here. And oh my goodness, there's so many cows in here. Holy moly, guacamole. Okay, I think there is a downstairs. How do I go downstairs? Oh, right here? Oh my goodness, how many levels is there? There are so many cows. What the heckers? All right, I think we're almost finished unloading them. So let me go up here and okay, it looks like they are finished unloading from the trailer and they are now back with their family. It's so crazy because I literally live right there. I know, it's kind of sad. Anyways, let me close up this trailer. There we go. And we're gonna go and get this thing delivered back to the owner because we are done with this job right now. So let me hop in, turn this bad boy on, and let's get out of here so we can finally be finished with this day. So let me get this thing turned around and let's get it back into that little parking spot where we found it. So back it up, back it up. I'm gonna try not to hit it. And okay, don't hit it, don't hit it. I don't want the owners to get mad that I damaged it. So let me make sure I am not too close or I'm hitting it. And oh, look at that, perfect. Yo, I am goated at this game. All right, I think it's time to disconnect the trailer and time to get back in my pickup truck. But before we do head out, let me actually close up this tailgate and then we can move forward with our journey. Well, I guess we're finished with this journey, today's journey, because of all the work. Get it? Okay, never mind. Let's go. So it looks like we are back on the main road. Let me just turn on my blinkers and let's pull out of here so we can get into our own property. Well, it's not my property, but you know, I rent, so I guess it's part of my property since I am paying. Anyways, we're back home, you guys. We are back home. So let me get this thing turned around and parked right under my parking spot, and I cannot wait until we can buy a home for ourselves. But so far we managed to make over what, $20,000? I think we should be above our $20,000 budget, but that just means we're gonna be able to buy a surprise in the next episode, so we can continue with our rags to riches journey and we can become the richest player in APM. But if you guys did enjoy this video, make sure to smash that like button and subscribe because it means so much to me, and I'll catch you guys on to the next one. Peace. What everyone, welcome back to another episode of Rags to Riches, and now we're gonna try to be working for a company called FedEx. I just ended up landing a job with them and they want to hire me because they've been seeing the jobs I've been doing and they can trust me with, I guess, driving one of their semis. So if you guys are excited, make sure to smash that like button and subscribe, and let's get into it. So we have a big day today. We're gonna be working for FedEx. We're gonna be making a lot of money. Like, you guys have no idea how much this job is going to pay me because it is pretty huge. So let me get in my truck and let's make our way to the gas station because there's gonna be a semi parked over there that we can pick up and then head over to, I think, the tool store because we got to get some ramps so we can load up the special equipment that we are going to be delivering. So let's make our way over there. And oh my goodness, I realized that I still have my fifth wheel attachment still on the back of the bed. Oh my goodness. And by the way, look at my face. What is wrong with my face? There was a brand new update in Roblox and now they removed my happy face. Now I look super serious. I do not like this at all. But let me get back in the truck. I always get distracted and I start to yap a lot, but the good thing is that the gas station, it's not too far away. It's like literally like a minute down from where we actually live right now. And oh, I think it's gonna be right there. I see it in the distance. All right, so I'm gonna get my truck parked right, I think I'm gonna park it right here. Yeah, I think we should park it right here. We're gonna leave it parked right there and let's get into this semi right here. So we're gonna be working for FedEx. I've actually never worked for FedEx. I have worked for Amazon and for, wait, what was the other company? Oh, I think U-Haul. I used to work for them, but they were like small jobs, so I don't know if that actually counts. But let me turn on this semi and let me turn on the beacons as well. All right, let me make a left turn right here and we're gonna go all the way around this building right here, the liquor store, and we're gonna get out of here. So let me carefully do that. Make sure I do not hit the side of the semi, or I guess the trailer thingy. So let's get out of here. Let me make sure the road is clear, which it looks like it is. So let's pull out of here and we're gonna make our way to the first building, which is gonna be, actually, you know what, I said the tool store. Yeah, we're gonna try to make our way to the tool store so we can get some ramps so we can put them in the back and load up our special equipment. But what time is it? We don't have too much time. They want this job done within the next 3 hours and it looks like an hour has already passed. So yeah, time flies in this game. But it looks like we are now in the main city. It looks so amazing, dude. I cannot get over how beautiful this map looks, especially that everything looks so green now. But I see the tool store right here, so let me kind of widen myself and make a gigantic right turn right here. And oh, do not take the stop sign. Do not take the stop sign. Okay, that was pretty close. So I'm gonna light up my emergency lights on because I'm gonna quickly park right here on the side of the road because I gotta run to the store. Let's quickly run to the store super fast because we gotta get these ramps so we can load up our special equipment, and hopefully this job will give us some more money because I really want to buy some farming equipment and start making that big money, that really big money, or maybe even buy our first property. But we're here, we don't want to get too distracted. Let's see, where are the ramps? Oh, you know what, I think these were the ramps, so I think I'm gonna grab these. And oh, they are so heavy. Let me squeeze through here. They are so heavy. All right, let me close this. Oh Lord, someone help me. All right, let me go and run into the semi. I'm gonna put the ramps in my back pocket. Don't ask how big my pockets are. So let me get in and I think I'm gonna turn right here. Yeah, I think I'm gonna turn right here. So let me quickly turn right here, just like so. I don't think anyone's gonna see us. I'm not sure if you're supposed to do this. And oh, whoa, I almost ended up crashing into the grass. All right, let me make a left turn right here and we're gonna start making our way to the warehouse where these equipment that I've been talking about is gonna be located. We're gonna pick them up and we're gonna get delivered to a warehouse where I guess like a wooden barn that is located on the opposite side of town. So let's pull into this dirt road right here. Let me carefully do so. And oh, I think we might have to take the stop sign. And okay, it looks like the stop sign is gonna be safe for another day. I might have destroyed it in the last video, but anyways, we have the warehouse right here. I'm gonna need to back up. Yeah, I seriously need to back up into this warehouse right here. So I think I'm gonna pull in right here and then use all of my skills to carefully back into this warehouse. So let me carefully do this. I'm gonna try to, oh, I can't see, the bushes are in my way. Honestly, I think we're doing good. I don't know if I'm gonna leave it right here or I should just back into the garage. garage. Let me think. Okay, so I think it is gonna be able to fit right here. So let me open this and then let me finish backing up, or I could just like open this up. Yeah, let's just do that. That's gonna be easy. I don't want to be wasting too much time, because if we take a look at the time and oh my goodness, we have an hour left. Let's go. All right, so we're gonna be delivering these forklifts to the, I think, the wooden barn. It's kind of like a warehouse. So I'm gonna carefully back this thing up right around here, and we're gonna put the ramps, and I actually don't know how I should place them. I think I'm gonna place one right here and then the second one right there. I think that should be good. So let me get back in and let's try to get this thing loaded on the back of this semi. So let me carefully do this, and oh no, I almost fell. Wait, what is wrong? Oh, it is way too close. All right, let me fix the ramps. All right, so let me pick this one up, and then we're gonna place this one right here. Ow, it hit my head. All right, I think that should be good. I don't know. I mean, if it doesn't work, then I'm gonna readjust it one more time. But oh, I think we're on. We're on. Let's go. Oh no, I'm gonna fall. All right, hold on. Maybe I shouldn't be doing this in first person. All right, I'm just gonna step on it. Yeah, there we go. That actually ended up working. I just stepped on the gas and this thing was able to get on the back of the trailer. And wait, should I turn off the emergency lights? I think I should. Let me turn off the emergency lights. Boop. I think there we go. We turned off the emergency lights, and this thing should be fully strapped onto the trailer. Make sure this thing is not gonna move anywhere. And now it's time to get in the back of this second one right here, and we're gonna load it up on the back of this FedEx. So let me hop in, let me turn on this thing, and let me also turn on the emergency lights so we can get it loaded on the back of this trailer. I always have trouble driving these, I'm not gonna lie. Let me know if you guys have trouble driving these things, because every time I move to the left, it just goes to one side like that. Oh my goodness, that could have been terrible. Dude, we have like 30 minutes that I have to pick up the pace. All right, I should be now fully adjusted, and we should be on the back of the trailer. So I'm gonna leave some space between both of these just in case this one decides to move. So we're gonna park it right. Oh my goodness, I forgot to turn off the emergency lights, bruh. All right, so let me quickly hop in, and there we go. All right, time to, oh, what the heck, how did I just teleport outside? Time to strap this thing all the way down, make sure this thing does not move during transportation. I think that should be perfect. All right, I think that is gonna be good. I think it is now time to get out of here. So let me pick up the ramps, let me pick up this ramp and then second ramp, and let's close the doors on this semi. Boom, easy. Oh, I gotta close this as well. All right, let's close up the garage just like so, and let's get out of here. We can now make our way to finally deliver these, because I think we're on our last 1 minute. I don't know if we're gonna make it. Let me just throw these ramps in the back of here. All right, there we go. All right, we can now take off. We can get out of here, and honestly, I don't know if I can make a right turn. We can try, but this is not gonna look good. Oh no, this is not good. Oh no. Okay, let me just step on this thing. All right, that was a little bit too close for comfort, but I think we are still good with the forklifts, which they seem to be. Let me open up my map just to make sure we are gonna go the right location. And okay, so it's gonna be right around here on this side of the map. So we're gonna make a right turn on this stop, make sure the road is clear. All right, and then we can now make this turn. So let me carefully, oh no, I don't have enough space. I might have to back up just a little tad bit. All right, there you go. It's not the end of the world yet. All right, so let's get back on our lane and let's make our way back into the main city, because we're gonna get these forklifts delivered. What I really want to tell you guys is this job is gonna pay me $20,000. I know, it's insane. Even though it's a very small trip, they're gonna pay me a lot of money for this. Alright, so we're almost arriving to our destination, so we just gotta make this right turn right here, and then we're gonna step on the gas, because the building that we're gonna deliver is right here. I'm not sure if you guys can see it through all these trees, but let's pull in right here. I'm gonna make a right turn, and we might have to take the mailbox. Are we going to take the mailbox? If not, then that might take, oh, there goes the mailbox. Whoops. All right, so this is gonna be the building that we are gonna be delivering to. So let me actually straighten myself and kind of started backing up into this building. I don't know how I'm gonna do this. You know what, let me just park this thing right here, turn it off, and let's open up the doors just like so. And then we're gonna open these ones as well. Look at those doors. These are really nice sliding doors, so it's pretty sick. And wait, where are the ramps? Oh, I think I forgot, I put them right here. All right, let me quickly grab the ramps. Let me grab one ramp, and then and let me grab the other one. All right, nice. So we have both ramps in our gigantic pockets, and we're gonna put our first ramp on this side and the second one right around here. All right, I think that is going to be perfect. So let me hop in, let me turn on this machine, and let's get this thing unloaded. Oh, whoa, that was fast. That was really fast. All right, so let's load this one up right on the side over here. We're gonna park it right around here. They can just pick it up and adjust it and fix it and do whatever they want right there. And then I'm gonna jump into the back of the trailer, and we're gonna grab this second one right here. So let me turn this thing on, and we're gonna carefully unload this from the trailer. And oh, whoa, that was pretty scary. All right, so let's park this one right next to the first one. Let me just make sure I am not too close, and I think that is gonna be solid. Yeah, look at that. We got 2 of the forklifts delivered to this property. Not bad. I like it. But let's close this up because we're gonna get out of here. So wait, how come this thing is not closing? Oh, there we go. I was looking at the wrong door. All right, so let's pick up the ramps, close up our trailer doors, and let's make our way back to the gas station where we're gonna drop this huge thing off. I'll catch you guys over there. Alrighty, everyone, we are now back at the gas station. I'm gonna get this thing parked up right where we kind of found it. So I think right here is a good spot to leave this thing. So let me just make sure I am in my parking spot correctly. We're gonna turn off the beacon. So I'm gonna turn that thing off and turn off the engine, and boom, we got this thing back delivered. Actually, you know what? Let me also leave these ramps on the back of the semi because we don't need this anymore. And look at my truck right there, dude. My truck is looking so freaking beautiful. Like, you cannot tell me that this is one of the best looking trucks in the game. But let me turn on this bad boy, and we can now start making our way back home. And we got sent over our big check of $20,000. So I think we should be up a good amount of money. I don't know how much we ended up making in the last video, so the total count should be on the top right corner, and that is probably gonna help us buy a special new toy that you guys are gonna be able to see in the next episode. So make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel, and if you guys also did enjoy this video, make sure to like, subscribe, do all of that stuff because it means so much to me. And I'll catch you guys on to the next one. Peace. What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another episode from Rags to Riches. We just got a brand new job, and that is actually gonna be helping the owner of this property with farming. He just told me that I gotta get my own tractor, which I have barely enough to buy, and we're gonna help him farm and make quite the money. He's gonna give me a large percentage of the amount I farm today, or I guess the next 2 weeks, because that's how much I'm gonna be working for him. So let's go buy this brand new tractor, and if you guys are excited, make sure to smash that like button and subscribe, and let's get into it. So we have our truck right here. Let's get this thing turned on, and let's make our way to this guy's house that he was selling like a used tractor that we can buy so we can use it to crop, I guess not crop, plant our crops. It is definitely seen better days, but it's quite the deal. I'm not gonna lie, it still works. So I think that's what matters, is that it works. And oh my goodness, I think I forgot my trailer. Well, you know what? I think we gotta buy this first. Where is the tractor? All right, so this is the tractor that we're gonna end up buying today. So let me hop out, and ooh, look at this thing. This thing is nice. It's a little bit old, but it looks like brand new. It looks like he washed it right before we came. So I'm gonna send them the money, and we're gonna go and get this trailer so we can get this thing loaded up and brought to our property. I'm so excited to farm. I don't think I've ever done this on this channel, so if you guys are excited as well, make sure to watch till the end. And oh my goodness, that was a huge rock. Holy moly. So this is pretty much the entire plot that we gotta farm today. There is a lot. I am not joking. This is a lot. I don't know if we're gonna be able to finish today. I mean, if we finish today before the sunset, dude, that is gonna be a huge W. So let me make a left turn. And where is my trailer? I don't remember where I left my trailer. Oh, I think it's right here. Oh my goodness. So let me carefully get this thing connected, and I think it's now connected, and we can now make our way back so we can buy this tractor. And the reason I'm gonna call him friend, my friend doesn't have his own tractor is because it's in this shop. Can you guys believe that it is in the shop? It ended up breaking down, and I guess he left it during like a huge thunderstorm, and water just got into the engine, and somehow this thing is no longer working. So it's gonna be out of commission for a good while. So oh, hold on, I think I missed the entrance. Let me make a U-turn right here, and let me pull into the property just like so, and let's pull onto this dirt road, and then we're gonna load up our tractor right on this trailer. I'm super glad that I bought this trailer in the beginning of one of the episodes. I think it might have been the third episode, but we are now here. I'm gonna get this thing parked up, turn the truck off, and let's haul down the ramp so we can get this thing. Oh my goodness, this is my second time leaving the ramps on. All right, so let me get on this bad boy. You guys know, let me turn on the lights and let me get this thing loaded on here. Wait a minute, is this gonna fit? Uh-oh, you guys, I don't think this is gonna fit. Oh no, we might have to get another trailer. All right, let's see if this thing fits or not. Little test, and oh no, yes, let's go. It actually fits. Yeah, yo, that is a huge W. All right, so we got this thing strapped down, all safe and secure, and let's get out of here. Let me just pull up the ramps and let me get back in the truck so we can get this job done as fast as possible, because trust me, when it comes to farming, it takes a while. I'm talking about maybe even days. So I'm gonna try to get this done before the night falls so we can get paid a lot of money. Like, I didn't know my friend makes $400,000 a year, but he said he's willing to give me half of that if I just help him farm. Who's gonna say no to that? I'm gonna say yes. Let's make our way back to the farm so we can get started right now. Let's make a left turn. I'm probably gonna make so much money, and then we're gonna buy our own plot of land so we can farm and then keep 100% of the profits instead only 50%. But we are now back, so let's get this tractor unloaded, and oh, looks like everything is already set up, which is gonna make it easier for me. So let me hop out, let me throw down the ramps. Boop, there we go, and let's get back into the tractor and let's get this thing unloaded because we have a lot of work to do. So where is the seeder? Is that, oh, I think this might be the seeder right here. Awesome. So let me carefully get this thing connected just like so, and let's fill this up with seeds because it currently has 0 wheat seeds and we got stuff to plant. Let me quickly turn around so we can load up this machine right here. Alrighty, everyone, we got this thing back up right next to the pallet, so let's start loading this thing up with seeds. So let's put in the first bag. I don't know how much seeds it's gonna require, so yeah, I might have to do a little time lapse. Alrighty, everyone, it looks like our seeder is now fully to the brim, so let's get this thing started up and let's get farming. I'm so excited, you guys. So let me turn on the lights on this thing, and we're actually going to start on this side of the plot. I don't know how much I'm going to do. I don't know if I'm going to do half or how this is going to work out. So let me back this thing up and let me get the drill turned on. It looks like it's going on and touchdown, and I think it's now planting seeds. Oh wait, is it planting seeds or not? Oh, it's not. Hold on, I gotta turn on the drill. Oh my goodness, you guys, I'm such a noob. All right, so we're gonna do this first section, and look at that, we got a bunch of seeds being planted right now. Look at that, that is freaking sick. I've never done this in APM. I think this is as fast as I can go, 7 miles per hour, maybe 9. I don't know, I'm gonna try to go as fast as I can because it is already 11 a.m. and that just means that we are starting to run out of time. So we're gonna do that. Let me just turn right here. Hold on, this thing does not have a lot of power. All right, so I managed to turn around. We're gonna start getting this section, and boom, look at that, we are now like 20, actually, you know what, we're like 2% done with this. So let's get this side planted. Oh my goodness, you guys, this is gonna be a lot of crops that we are gonna be picking up with a combine. I think it's called a combine, I am not sure. You guys can correct me if I am wrong. All right, we are currently on our third pass. It's starting to look like, oh my goodness, I kind of messed up right there, holy moly, and I gotta get a little bit closer to this thing. All right, but honestly, I think we're doing a phenomenal job. It is my first time, so you guys can't cut me some slack. Come on, you guys, do not be so mean. And then we're gonna turn right around here and then go back. So far, this is kind of taking a lot longer than I was because we are not even halfway done. And keep in mind, this is probably one of the smallest plots of farm in APM. But let's continue with planting our wheat. I think I am starting to run out of wheat. Look at this, we're gonna have to go back and reload on the seeder. But let me actually get this side before we run out, just like so. And let me get this section. All right, I think that is gonna be good. So I'm gonna start making my way back to the pallets and get this thing filled up one more time so we can finish half of this slot right here. So let me park this thing right here, and actually, you know what, I gotta turn this thing around. All right, we got this thing backed up. I'm gonna grab all of these seeds and we're gonna start unloading them onto the seeder. So I'll come back when I'm finished with this. And there we go, we are finished with filling it up as much as possible, or at least close to, because we don't actually need that much. We just gotta fill up, I think, like 2 or 3 more rows. Yeah, 3 more rows, and then we should be done with this. Alrighty, we are on the second pass. Look at this, it looks very good right now. Oh, we kind of missed a little spot right here. Let me go back. All right, there we go, and let's continue. After we're done with this side, we're gonna need just one more, and we should be pretty much done with the job. After that, we're probably just gonna harvest it and then call it a day, because if you look at the time, it is already 5 p.m. All right, there we go, and I think that should be it for this this side of the plot. It kind of looks a little bit messy, but that is going to be fine. So let me turn off the drill and let me get the drill raised as well. So there we go. We got to raise that thing all the way to the top. And I think it's going to be a matter of time until we can actually, you know what? It's going to be a matter of days until this thing is fully grown. And then we're going to be able to harvest this. But with the power of editing, all of this will be fully grown. Alrighty, everyone. It looks like the wheat is now finished and we can now harvest it. I think I'm going to get in the combine or in a harvester. I am not sure what it's exactly called, but we're going to get into that machine because we are going to start harvesting all of this wheat. So let me get on top of this, not on the trailer, on this thing. So let me turn this on, and I think I'm sitting on the wrong seat. All right, there we go. We are now connected. We have about less than 2 hours of daylight time. So let's get this thing connected to this attachment so we can harvest the wheat. And oh, I think I missed. Hold on. And okay, there we go. So I don't know which side we should begin on. I think I'm going to start on this side right here. Yeah, I think I'm going to start it right here. So I think we should turn on the combine. We should lower it. How do we lower this thing? Retract? No. Oh, there you go. It's supposed to be feeder. And look at that. We are now harvesting all the wheats that we ended up planting earlier this morning. Look at this. This looks amazing. Oh, look at that. We're starting to fill up. Oh my goodness, you guys. That is a lot. All right, hopefully we do not fill up because we still have a lot more to harvest. But look at this. Oh my goodness. I forgot that my window is kind of tinted. So let's get all of this cut down. Oh, I think I missed a section right here. There we go. And oh my goodness, we are so full. I'm gonna make my way back to those huge machines that you guys can see right there. I'm not sure if you guys can see it. Hold on, let me kind of go to the side. So I'm gonna go towards those machines, dump all of this wheat, and come right back. Alrighty, everyone, we are now back. We're gonna continue with harvesting all of our wheat. I just ended up dumping all of the wheat right on those huge bins right there. Look at the time. Oh my goodness, you guys, we have to pick up the pace, and I still haven't finished that side right there. Dude, we are not good on time. We might have to cut it close. I'm nervous, you guys. Imagine if we actually ended up doing the whole thing. Dude, we would not have enough time. We would probably end up taking like 2 days. This thing is not full. Oh, never mind. I spoke way too soon. Alrighty, everyone, we are now back. I think this is gonna be our second to last run, because once we finish this kind of little section right here, we're gonna come back and finish everything off, and that should be pretty much for the job. So let's finish this up, please, a little bit. Oh no, we're filled up. All right, I think we're on the last run right here. So once we come back, we should be completely finished with this job. Alrighty, we are on the last run. Let's get all of this wheat finally cut and finished and get paid. Come on, please do not fill up. I'm almost done. Please do not fill up. We just need this right here, and then we just need 2 more right here, and we should be done with this job. Come on, please do not fill up. Please do not fill up, and we are done with this job. Oh my goodness. Let me turn off the auger, or the auger. I'm not sure how you say that. And let's make our way back, and let's get this thing dropped off. So this is where I drop it off. Let me put this thing in park, turn it off, and let's see. Let me make sure this is working. All right, it's working. Let me turn on the generators. Oh my goodness, you guys, it's so loud. Yeah, this is so freaking loud. And let's check that everything is working inside. Oh, I think I need to go to the top. Hold on. Let me see if I can climb this. I'm gonna try to fix this. Hold on. There we go. Look at that. Everything is filled. Awesome. Dude, what a big day. And honestly, what a super tiring day as well. But we ended up getting paid $40,000 for that job right there, because it's gonna get sold to these markets and they're gonna make a lot of money from that. So that's my cut right there. I hope you guys did enjoy this episode. On the next episode, we're probably gonna get our brand new farm that we can own 100% and start making even more money. So if you guys did enjoy, smash that like button and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace. What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another episode from Rags to Riches. I haven't been updating you guys because I've been working very hard with my buddy over here. I've been working for him for several weeks and months now, and we've been able to accumulate a good amount of money, that's for sure. And with that in mind, we're going to be buying our dream farmhouse in APM, or I guess it's already bought because I already put a down payment to pay the mortgage off, and we're going to move in today. So I hope you guys are excited. Make sure to smash that like button and subscribe, and let's jump into it. So we have our truck right here, our nice reliable truck right here. And then we have a trailer right here as well that we're gonna be taking because I might have dropped over 6 figures on a brand new truck. Yeah, I know, I'm a little bit insane. So let's go and pick it up right now. Let me hop into this beast right now, and then we're gonna get it connected to the trailer so we can pick up the brand new truck at the dealership. Dude, I've been so happy because I'm at a point where, like, when we started this challenge, I literally had $0. I was pretty much homeless. I was living in that shed right there, but today we're moving out. I'm so excited. So hopefully this is not too much of an emotional episode, but let's hop in. And then once we have picked up our brand new truck, we're gonna go to our brand new farmhouse, and I'm gonna give you guys a whole tour of the property and the farm that is included with this place. So I'm very, very excited. And I think we might also go and pick up a seeder because I just hired staff, people that could help me with the farm and agriculture and all that stuff. I'm gonna be paying them on a payroll. So yeah, we're making big moves. I'm pretty much rich, you guys. I can pretty much buy anything I want. But here we are in the city, and as you guys can see, the dealership is right there in the distance. So let's pull into this road right here, and let's take a look at this brand new truck that I just dropped over 6 figures. You know what would have been funny if I almost spent more money on this truck than down payment on the house. But let's get this thing parked like this, and let's take a look at this brand new fancy schmancy truck. So in 3, 2, oh my goodness, no way, that is my truck. That is my freaking truck. Look, you guys, hard work does pay off. Oh my goodness, look at the grill on this thing. It is so shiny. I can see my face. Wait, am I smiling? Oh no, I'm not smiling. But trust me, you guys, I am very happy. Look at this. It's got mud flaps. Wait, let's open this up. Oh my goodness, look at the head rack. It's got the American flag. I love America. All right, let me close this. Let me actually go around and test this brand new truck. Oh my goodness, dude, you cannot feel anything. It rides like a cloud. All right, so let's pull over here and look at the blinkers on this thing. It looks so good as well. Hold on, let me show you guys one more time. I don't think you guys were able to see, but we have a stop sign right here. Let me turn on the blinkers. Look at that. Look at that. Yo, that looks so nice. I think these are LEDs. I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong, you guys, but I think these are LEDs. But look at this. But after working so hard, we managed to achieve and get our dream truck, dude. This is a dream come true. But let's head back because we're gonna get this loaded up on the trailer. So let's get out of here. Let's make a right turn on this intersection. Let me make sure the road is clear. All right, nice. Honestly, you guys, I thought it was gonna take more episodes for me to go from being poor to rich, but hey, I am not complaining. But let me back this thing up. I'm gonna pull down the ramps on this trailer just like so. And wait, is this gonna fit? I don't know if that's gonna fit on here. I feel like this is way too big. I mean, there's one way to find out. Let's load her up. Oh, hold on, I messed up. And oh, there we go. Let me just put on the straps. One strap, second strap, third, and the last strap right here. Look at that. The wheel is kind of poking to the side, but that is 100% fine because we can still load her up. Let's pull up the ramps and let's make our way back, I guess, to our brand new home. Let me hop in and let me also check the time. We should have enough time, and oh no, we do not. We have about 2 hours of daylight time, so we gotta speed this up. We don't have too much time because once the sun goes down, you don't want to be outside. Why? You don't want to find out. But let's step on this thing. Yo, look at my truck. My truck looks so beautiful. I'm probably gonna park this in my front garage or like on my driveway or something like that, so I can just look at it 24/7 from my window. But let's pull into this dirt road right here, and oh, whoa. Imagine I flipped over with my brand new truck. I think that would be a disaster. But let me check my map just to make sure we are going the right way, and yeah, we are. Here's my brand new house. Wait a minute, I think we can see it from here. Oh yeah, it's right there. Nice. Hold on, stop. Oh my goodness, I had to put on my emergency brake. Yo, look at this farm. It is pretty. It's a nice size actually. But let's pull into the driveway, and oh my goodness, yo, there is a lot of stuff. Oh yeah, I forgot, I ordered this brand new tractor. That thing is like worth twice what this truck is, but it's gonna be worth it because we're gonna be making all of that money back with this property and the farmer attached to it. We're gonna be making over $500,000 per year, which, you know, I'm gonna be loaded with cash. But let's get our brand new truck unloaded from the trailer. Let me carefully do this. Careful, and let's park it right up here. This is such a nice fancy truck. I love this. But let me pull up the ramps. Let's put the trailer somewhere around here. I think I'm gonna put the trailer maybe in that little barn over here, the little garage barn. I don't know what the name is. Wait a minute, I don't think it's gonna fit there. You know what, let's just put it right here. I should have just backed up and put it right here. All right, disconnect this, and let me actually give you guys a little tour of the brand new property. From all the jobs you guys watched, this is what we managed to buy. So let's open up the door for this massive warehouse garage thingy, and oh my goodness, look at this. I think this is a harvester. It's a really nice machine. It was super expensive, but I had to get it payment plan. Yeah, but do not worry, I should be able to pay it off. Next up is this tractor right here, it's a really nice tractor. Look at this. It's a really nice 2010. It's gonna get the job done for sure. And then right down here, we got the farm. I'm not sure if you guys can see it. Let me just go in here in my backyard. Look at that. We have a lot of land. Look at this. All of this acres is my land. So I can, if I really wanted to, I could expand it to that piece of farm right there. Is it going to cost money? Yes. But will I make more money? Yes. But of course, I know you guys really want to check out the house with the 2-story house. Let me give you guys a little quick tour. But when you come inside, you're gonna have a little computer to get your work done. We have a little washer and dryer room. This is hold on, let me open up the door. Our 2-car garage. It's fairly big, I'd say. But let's go back to the house. We've got our living room, and then we have what is this? Oh, we have a Minecraft bed. I'm kidding. It's a really nice room right here. Probably for my guests. So if any of my subscribers want to come, you can stay the night right here. But what is this? Oh, this is the bathroom, the guest bathroom. It's fairly nice as well. But let's go upstairs. I know you guys really want to see the kitchen. This is where the magic happens. We make spaghettis, peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. We make all of those chicken dino nuggets. I love chicken nuggets. And then of course we got like a little second part of the living room. It's kind of like a little mini loft, the kitchen table, and then one more Minecraft table. Oh, it's really nice. It's a phenomenal house. I love this. But let's go outside because we are not done with the day. Before the sun does go down, I do want to go pick up a cedar like I said in the beginning of the video, because I have some employees coming in tomorrow and I want them to have everything ready so they can start farming. So I think we gotta head over to the implement store, and now the implement store should be, I actually don't know where it is. Hold on, let me make a left turn and then let me pull over. I actually don't know where it is. I have to check my Google map. Let's see, where is this? Oh, it's right here at the corner of the map. So let's make our way over there. By the way, I spent over like $10,000 on this cedar. I did not know these things were so expensive, but it looks like we're back in the city. Let me actually check my gas, and okay, it looks like we're really good on gas, so I don't need to fill up. And honestly, I do not want to fill up. Gas is super expensive at an all-time high. Yeah, let's not get this political. So where is the implement store? Oh, it's right here. All right, finally we have the implement store right here, and thankfully I do not have my trailer because we don't need it. We can just connect it to, what is this, my hitch, and make our way back to the farmhouse. So let me carefully connect it just like so, and boom, we have our cedar connected. Let me actually turn off my emergency lights and let's start making our way back home. And by the way, what time is it? Oh my goodness, we have like 30 minutes of daylight time. Dude, it is getting dark within an hour. All right, let's pull into the road. I also do need pallets of seed, but I'll get that in the morning, not right now because I'm pretty tired. I've been working all of these days and weeks. I literally have been working non-stop. That's kind of one of the main reasons I've been able to make so much money over the last couple of weeks and months. But let's make a right turn because we are now back at our farmhouse, and I think we're gonna get the cedar loaded up right next to the tractor. Where should I park this? Let's park it right next to it, actually. Whoa, that's actually very bad. All right, let me try it again. Oh, no, dude, I'm so bad. All right, 20 time is the charm. Let me actually see if, oh, no. All right, you know what? I'll be right back. And there you go. Look at that. We have the cedar back next to our tractor, and now we can now park our work truck right next to our brand new truck, our nice, super fancy, schmancy truck right there. Look at this. What a dream come true. Not only did we get my dream car, but we got this nice working truck. We got our dream house. We got so much stuff that a country boy would ever want. So if you guys did enjoy this series, make sure to smash the like button and subscribe. It means so much to me. And I'll catch you guys on to the next one. Peace.